we're ready. Good afternoon, everyone. And today, on the first business day of the new year, I would like to welcome our distinguished partners, representative of India, Ireland, Mexico, Kenya, and Norway, as the newly elected non-permanent members of the Security Council for the term of 2021-2022. We acknowledge that these 5 incoming members, because of their prior long-standing experience with the Council, will bring much depth and focus to the issues of peace and security. In my capacity as the permanent representative of Kazakhstan, the country which initiated this ceremony of flag installation, I'm happy and honored to conduct this solemn ceremony event in the close cooperation with Ambassador Tarek Ladeb of Tunisia, the President of the Security Council this month. A year ago, at this very ceremony, we referred to the challenges to the Council's mandate for the 75th anniversary of the UN, together with our goals and strategies to fulfill it. But life has unexpectedly taken its own course, and we, as an international community, were called to respond to it. The COVID-19 pandemic has led to a dramatic loss of human lives worldwide and severely disrupted economic and social activities of millions of vulnerable populations. It has been a hard and tough year for all countries, without any exceptions. At the same time, the past year has provided us with unique experience and many lessons learned. We have witnessed countless inspiring examples of dedicated, heroic, and selfless service of millions of people from all walks of life. They valiantly mobilized themselves to rescue and protect those at risk, and so directly safeguarded our lives and safety too. I would like to express our deepest gratitude and recognition to all the medical professionals and healthcare workers all around the world for their unquestioned commitment. We pay special tribute to the scientists who have dedicated their efforts to combat the coronavirus pandemic and develop the COVID-19 vaccines. Thus, it's imperative that the vaccines are made accessible and affordable to all countries, and especially to the most vulnerable. This new year is the year of hope for all of us, no doubt, and for our world organization. Global peace, security, and further sustainable development in 2021 will largely depend on the decisions of the United Nations and the Security Council with its permanent and non-permanent members. Drawing on the hard but valuable lessons learned in 2020, we must analyze and use in our future work the best examples of collaboration, compromise, and dedication to causes for further promoting and ensuring global peace, security, and sustainable development. We need some real action to translate our current hopes into true benefits and positive changes for people, and to implement the Secretary General's agenda for peace. Dear newly elected members of the Security Council, on behalf of Kazakhstan that has the honor to serve on the Security Council, I most sincerely congratulate all of you and wish you every success in realizing your priorities for the Council. I have no doubt that you will make a sterling contribution to its work in these 2 crucial years of modern history. While you accomplish your noble mission, I wish you to stay safe, stay focused, and stay together. I thank you. And now I'd like to give the floor to His Excellency Ambassador Tarek Ladeb to deliver his welcoming remarks.
Thank you, dear colleague Ambassador Magzan Ilyasov, Permanent Representative of Kazakhstan, and many thanks to your team for the time and effort to arrange for this symbolic and very important ceremony, even in restricted format. Special thanks go also to the Secretariat for the precious assistance which allowed us to organize this event in full compliance with the health protocols, guidelines of physical distancing, and COVID-19 measures. This ceremony is meant to mark the entry into the Security Council of 5 new elected members: India, Ireland, Kenya, Mexico, and Norway, to whom I would like to extend a warm welcome and my most sincere wishes of success during their mandates. Today, it is also an important day for Tunisia, as it assumes the presidency of the Security Council for the 4th time in its history. It is an honor and a privilege to serve the Council and to contribute directly to advancing its work on the different issues on its agenda. We are fully aware that we are taking this responsibility in a delicate international context, marked by a number of pressing challenges, including the persistent coronavirus pandemic and its devastating impact on populations, the many ongoing open conflicts, and situations of violence and instability across the world, which continue to threaten peace and security and put millions of civilians in dire humanitarian situations, especially in Africa and the Middle East. Against this backdrop, Tunisia will assume this important responsibility with dedication and devotion, armed with strong commitment to multilateralism and global governance. In this regard, we will spare no effort to promote consensus and unity in the Council in order to enhance its efficiency in discharging its main responsibilities in maintaining international peace and security. We will also endeavor to strengthen the authority and credibility of the Council, including through highlighting the crucial importance of full compliance with its resolutions. We will continue advocating for more comprehensive and coordinated approaches to peace and security, which take into consideration the different underlying causes of conflicts and violence. And we will continue pushing for a more proactive engagement to end the many conflicts which have been on its agenda for a long time, especially the just Palestinian cause. And we will continue, I hope, together with the new elected members, we will manage to create positive dynamics in the Council and make concrete steps towards the resolution of these conflicts. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ambassador Deb, for your expose on the significance of the Council in today's world. Now let me invite Permanent Representative of India, followed by Ireland, then followed by Kenya, Mexico, and Norway, respectively, to give their remarks.
Excellencies, as India assumes the membership of the Security Council for the 8th time, it's an honor for me as the permanent representative of India to take part in today's flag installation ceremony. It is a proud moment for my country and my delegation. I thank my Prime Minister for the trust he has reposed in me to represent my country in the Security Council. I am grateful to the Minister of External Affairs for his support. I am grateful to all the member states of the United Nations who have given us an overwhelming mandate to represent them in the Security Council. My deep appreciation to the delegation of Kazakhstan for instituting this practice of the flag ceremony, and our best wishes to Tunisia for helming the reins of the Security Council for January. Our appreciation to the outgoing members, Belgium, Dominican Republic, Germany, Indonesia, and South Africa. We are inspired by their contribution to the Council's work over the last 2 years. We welcome the delegation of Ireland, Kenya, Mexico, and Norway as we begin our 2-year journey together. Excellencies, the United Nations has completed 75 years of its existence, and so has the Security Council. India comes into the Security Council as the largest democracy, representing 1/6 of humanity, and with a very strong commitment to reformed multilateralism, rule of law, a fair and equitable international system, and to peace, security, and development. From Kashmir to Kanyakumari, we stand united as one, bound by our ethos of democracy, pluralism, and commitment to fundamental rights. We will use our tenure to bring human-centric and inclusive solutions to matters of international peace and security. India will be a voice for the developing world. We will not shy away from raising our voice against the common enemies of humanity like terrorism. Peacekeeping, peace building, maritime security, women and youth, especially in conflict situations, and technology with a human face will receive our attention while on the Council. We look forward to our collective pursuit for an ideal where the world is one family, Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam. Even as the world comes together in solidarity to face the COVID-19 pandemic, which has thrown our lives out of gear, we would do well to remember the words of the great Indian philosopher, Swami Vivekananda, who said, and I quote, "Each nation must give in order to live. When you give life, you will have life. When you receive, you must pay for it by giving to all others." Thank you.
Excellencies, dear Magzan, dear Tarek, thank you for the kind words and warm welcome. I'm sure that, like me, for each of the other incoming members, this is a moment we will never forget. It's a moment hoped for and anticipated over many years. However, now that the moment has arrived, I come here along with the sense of great gratitude and pride with another sentiment. As my country, Ireland's flag, joins the flag of other Security Council members for just the 4th time in my country's history, I have a deep and profound sense of humility and responsibility. The challenges that face every new group of elected members are different, unique in their own way. However, can there ever have been a group that faces such momentous times? The challenges related to COVID-19 are unique. We have watched the Council struggle over the last year, and it will undoubtedly shape our time on the Council. Across the world today, we know that there are millions of people living in fragile contexts that risk being pushed over the edge by the knock-on effects of the COVID pandemic. Economic collapse, food insecurity, the opportunism of terrorists and non-state actors all risk the hard-fought-for gains of people already suffering in unstable situations. Those women, those men, those young girls and boys are looking to us, to the Council, with hope and expectation. So it's with those people in mind and those trapped in protracted crises such as Syria or Yemen that Ireland is coming to the table with hope and expectation too. My government is clear. We are here to make a difference, not to make up the numbers. On the Council, we are determined to work every day to ensure that the Security Council itself meets its responsibility, not only to alleviate, but hopefully to resolve conflict. In my own language, in the Irish language, we say, Skahakela Awaran Nadini. That means we rely on each other for shelter. People need each other. That's the Irish spirit we will bring to the Security Council. As we log on each morning now for our virtual Security Council meetings, hopefully soon in person, I wish that we all remember the hope of others for a safe and peaceful future, and that it rests with us. I certainly will. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Today, Kenya is honored for the third time to begin its tenure as an elected member of the Security Council. We are grateful to all member states for the honor and confidence they bestowed on Kenya by electing us to membership for the period 2021-22. We are profoundly conscious of the urgency of this moment in working to strengthen a multilateralism that serves the interests of our people in the Council, thus being an effective guardian of durable peace. Our mission will be innovative and open to new ideas and approaches, especially in strengthening prevention and regionally anchored solutions. We will listen. We will speak up boldly for Africa, for small island developing states, for the global South, and for all countries, great and small. Kenya will be an advocate for local and regional solutions. We will promote meaningful engagements between the Council and countries concerned, as well as results-oriented consultations with regional and sub-regional actors. In this regard, Kenya looks forward to working with the A3+1, namely Niger, Tunisia, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, to be a building block with the African Union and African people all over the world. To the people of Kenya, wananchi na wenye nchi, our mission in the Security Council will abide with our Constitution. It will reflect your pragmatism, your dignity, and your ambition to build a fairer and more prosperous world. We will work daily to ensure that we live in a peaceful and secure region and in a global order that is respectful of our sovereignty. I conclude by echoing the words of His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta during our campaign for this council seat. And I quote, "Trust in us, stand with us, and we will ensure no one is left behind." I thank you.
Mr. President, Excellencies, first of all, allow me to wish all of you a happy 2021. I sincerely hope that this year we may emerge from the many challenges that we face stronger, more united, and with the joy of achievement. Today is a day of great honor for Mexico, as it marks the beginning of our country's 5th participation as an elected member of the Security Council. We are proud and humbled to have been entrusted with this seat by the General Assembly. We will strive to ensure that the Council fulfills its task of maintaining international peace and security while respecting the rule of law. We will uphold multilateralism with the firm conviction that it is the cornerstone of the global order. In accordance with our constitutional principles, Mexico will promote the peaceful settlement of disputes and the right of nations to self-determination. We will also advocate a preventive diplomacy with a more effective multilateral mediation that includes relevant regional organizations. Mexico will strive to put people's well-being at the center of the Council's actions, with emphasis on the protection of civilians in armed conflicts and persons in situations of vulnerability. We will make sure that the voices of civil society will be heard at the Security Council. We will seek to mainstream a gender perspective across the United Nations mandates and programs in accordance with Mexico's feminist foreign policy and the United Nations Agenda on Women, Peace, and Security. We will promote effective international cooperation to tackle the illicit trade of small arms and light weapons, which is an important obstacle to peace. Mr. President, colleagues, and friends, over the next 2 years, Mexico will endeavor to fulfill our commitment to the international community, fostering the Council transparency and accountability in close cooperation with our fellow members. We thank all the member states of the United Nations for placing their trust in Mexico. We take this privilege as a responsibility and look very much forward to working with you all. Thank you.
President, Excellencies, colleagues, it is my honor on behalf of Norway to place our flag here and take up our seat on the UN Security Council. We are proud, but also humble, to be given this mandate from the membership of the UN to serve at the Council. We will do our utmost to honor that trust. We begin our term on the Security Council with a world in transition. We don't know what the 2 years ahead will bring the world and our United Nations family. But we can say this with certainty, that the world needs more, not less, international cooperation to ensure peace and development and to uphold human rights. It is 20 years since the last time Norway served. We are again ready to do our part to ensure the Council's work and that it has a real impact on the life of the people the UN serves. International law and human rights will form the basis of our efforts. Peace diplomacy, the inclusion of women, protection of civilians, and climate and security will be our guiding priorities. While we have realistic objectives, we also maintain persistent, high ambitions to ensure this Council protects people from suffering, from war and armed conflict across the world, particularly the millions of children who deserve and have the right to a better future. We will use the experience gained from many years of engagement in peace and reconciliation efforts to build bridges and to seek common solutions to the conflicts on the Security Council agenda. As a matter of fact, Norwegian bridge building is already represented in this very chamber. The Security Council chamber was gifted by Norway to the UN in 1952. The horseshoe table reflects our values of meeting each other face to face and the importance of equality and dialogue between nations. While we may not see much of the chamber in the weeks and months ahead, Norway will bring the spirit of inclusion and dialogue to Council discussions and in our dialogue with civil society and other stakeholders. Norway will aim to achieve common ground for a safer and more prosperous future, our common future. Thank you.
I would like to thank all my colleagues for their inspiring messages and the reflection on their mission in the Security Council. And with this, I have the honor to proceed with the ceremony, which will then followed by a group picture. But before that, please commence with the flag installation.
The national flag of the Republic of India. The national flag of Ireland. The national flag of the Republic of Kenya. The national flag of Mexico. The national flag of the Kingdom of Norway.